Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. Today is my special Names Day episode because I'm celebrating my Names Day in Slovak names calendar on 29th June every year, and I'm celebrating my Names Day. Happy Names Day, Peter. Thank you, Peter. I was congratulating to myself, and of course you can congratulate me. But let's go back to the episode. I've created my special fairy tale Names Day episode about Viera the vampire girl, and we can start. Hold your fingers. Viera the vampire girl, a Names Day fairy tale. I'm sorry, people. Again, it will be fun. Viera the vampire girl, a Names Day fairy tale. Viera Orsak's diary. Sweetheart, where are you? Viera was looking for her boyfriend Peter. I'm right here, Viera. I'm getting ready to go live with my podcast. What's going on? Peter asked his girlfriend. Today's your Names Day, remember? I wanted to wish you a happy Names Day, Viera replied. Peter knew it was his Names Day, but he'd been so caught up in his English studies that he'd completely tuned out the world around him. Happy Names Day, darling. I've got a special gift for you. I booked us a luxury romantic getaway in the High Tatras, 5-star hotel, the works. I want to make up for everything I've done wrong in the past, Viera said, her cheeks blushing. If her friends or family had seen her in that moment, they would laugh. The idea that such a beautiful, powerful young vampire, the strongest in the world, with the strength to lift several werewolves, the charm to seduce any man, and the ability to use her beauty and power however she pleased, was acting like a shy, love-struck schoolgirl in front of her boyfriend, blushing like a tomato. But that's how much Viera loved Peter. Her love for him completely disarmed her powers. She was so in love, so nervous, so shy, that she couldn't even use her abilities on him. Peter was protected from Viera's powers by their mutual love. He had full immunity to her magic, and he could even turn that immunity on and off whenever she wanted, which Viera of course found incredibly attractive. Oh, thank you so much for your gift, Peter said shyly, blushing and speaking with a shaky voice. I'll try to make up for all the mistakes I made too. After Viera's sweet Names Day wish, Peter rewarded her with warm, love-filled kisses. He was genuinely excited about their romantic getaway. But if only he knew what kind of chaos was coming. Who knows how he would have acted. The romantic vibe didn't last long. It all fell apart the moment they started packing for the trip to the Tatras. So this is the boyfriend I choose. You can even pack your own stuff properly. Watch and learn, my child. This is how it's done, you clumsy mess. Viera shouted, totally furious because Peter wasn't packing exactly the way she wanted. Can't I just pack my things my way? Does everything always have to be done but by your royal commands? Peter yelled back. Oh, please, the egg wants to teach the hen how to lay eggs. Be quiet, you fool. You need a firm hand and guidance because clearly you know nothing. Keep acting up and I'll pack you along with your clothes. Now shut it, Viera snapped. She ended up packing Peter's thing herself, meticulously, perfectly, exactly how she imagined it should be. Viera was a total perfectionist. Everything she did had to be flawless. The romantic getaway in Tatras was planned for the entire upcoming weekend. They traveled like typical tourists. Well, sort of. Viera packed like she was moving there for a year. Every single day she had to look seductive. That was non-negotiable. Peter muttered under his breath about how many useless suitcases he had to carry. He didn't dare complain or out loud. Truth be told, he was a little scared of Viera. Actually, he liked being scared of her. She attracted and terrified him at the same time. He always got goosebumps when he was around her. When they arrived at the hotel, they were blown away by the luxury. Everything oozed elegance. They were happy. They were in love. Everything was perfect. Until the hiking started. That's when the real drama began. Our lovebirds were wandering through the mountains when Peter's panic kicked in. He was terrified of hiking steep mountain trails. Viera, embarrassed but determined, tried to help him. She was ashamed, deeply ashamed of her boyfriend. She felt humiliated in front of the other hikers. Peter's attempt to walk along the steep ridges of the Tatras was, well, let's just say it was anything but graceful. I'm so embarrassed by you. Are you ashamed of yourself? You walk like some scared little girl. Even kids are braver than you. Viera shouted at him loud enough for the other tourists to hear. Little kids don't realize what they're doing. Peter mumbled under his breath. As night fell, they found themselves alone in the mountains. That's it. I've had enough. We lost because of you. Congratulations. It's over. I'm not your girlfriend anymore. Get out of my sight, you clumsy fool. Viera screamed, tears in her eyes, before running off into the darkness of the forest. Peter was completely humiliated, shocked, and crushed. He broke down in tears. He couldn't believe his girlfriend had dumped him and left him alone in the middle of a dark, dangerous forest. But there was no time to cry. His loud sobbing attracted the attention of a dangerous tribe of wild forest vampire girls who lived in a nearby cave. And let's just say, they liked what they saw. Peter looked delicious. And not just in the romantic sense. We'll skip the details. Everyone knows what vampires crave. In an instant, they surrounded him, tied his hands, and laughed with wicked delight. Well, where do you think you're going, young man? One of them teased, such a tasty snack, wandering alone in the dark woods. That could end badly for you. Don't worry, she added with a grin. We'll take very good care of you, right, girls? Hands off, ladies. This Adonis is mine, shouted the boldest and the most beautiful of the vampire girls. Like hell he is. He belongs to our goddess, another vampire snapped. That's not true. She gave him up. She said it herself. According to our tribe's customs, he's mine now. I found him. If our goddess wants him back, she'll have to challenge me into a duel. And trust me, girls, I'm ready. Peter, wide-eyed and terrified, felt his stomach twist into knots. He was really starting to panic now. The vampire girls dragged him into their cave, massive, echoing and filled with dozens of wild vampire women. The entire tribe was made up of young, beautiful vampires. When they saw Peter, their eyes turned red and their fangs came out. Every single one of them. Peter was petrified. He felt like he'd been thrown into a lion's den. Literally, he was so scared he nearly fainted. They quickly brought him before their queen, their goddess. To Peter's absolute shock, it was Viera. She was overjoyed to see him alive and unharmed. Tears in her eyes, she ran to him, ready to kiss him and apologize for everything. But Peter pulled away, cold and furious. You humiliated me in front of everyone. You ended our relationship. You abandoned me in the forest, and now you have me dragged here in chains so I can't escape? No, you said it was over, so it's over. Peter shouted right in front of the entire vampire tribe. Silence, fool, Viera snapped. You've just officially reacted me. According to our tribe's customs, you're no longer under my protection. Any vampire girl here can now claim you as her mate. What have you done? She didn't say anything else. She was devastated. I ruined everything, she thought. I always ruin everything. I just threw away the love of my life. No! Peter had shamed her in front of the entire tribe, and he was right. Then came the voice of the boldest vampire girl. Well, girls, looks like this handsome guy is mine now. I like you, Peter. I choose you as my mate. You're my trophy now. I've just taken the queen's property and humiliated her in front of the whole tribe. And it feels amazing. I love this feeling. Come on, pretty boy. Time to get to work. She shouted triumphantly. Enough of this theater, Zorina Wolfsbane. Peter's not going anywhere. I love him. He's mine, and mine alone. I officially challenge you to a duel sword fight. Viera shouted, possessive and jealous, unwilling to give up the love of her life. Well, our queen is jealous. Zorina Wolfsbane smirked. What an honor! That doesn't happen every day. I accept your challenge. We'll fight with swords. The duel was set for midnight that very night. Two rivals, Viera and Zorina Wolfsbane, stood face to face, swords in hand, ready for battle. Zorina charged forward with a fierce battle cry, sword raised high, but just as she was about to strike, Viera activated her power. In an instant, she took control of her rival's mind. Zorina dropped her sword, bowed her head, and apologized to the entire tribe for her pride. She officially acknowledged Peter as Viera's rightful partner. Viera didn't even speak to her. She wanted to make one thing clear to the whole tribe. If anyone dared to lay a finger on her Peter, they'd face the full force of her power. The entire tribe, trembling, quickly returned to their usual duties. Viera turned to Peter and convinced him that her love was real. And honestly, he didn't need any more proof. The duel said it all. But guilt gnawed at him. He'd humiliated her in front of her entire tribe. He realized he loved Viera, truly, deeply, for exactly who she was. Viera, too, felt ashamed. She had humiliated Peter in front of all those tourists, abandoned him in the dark forest and had him dragged back in chains. That was her order. She thought she was protecting him, but now she saw how dangerous the choice had been. They both apologized. They kissed passionately, and just like that, they were back together, two lovebirds reunited. As a name's day gift, Viera gave Peter a full year of English lessons with his favorite teacher. Now, let me tell you why Viera became the goddess and queen of the forest vampires. The tribe sensed it instantly. Viera was the most powerful vampire in the world. But more than that, they saw her empathy, her desire to help people, her dream of teaching English. The wild vampire girls had always wanted to learn English, but they didn't know how. They saw Viera's strength and crowned her their queen. To them, she was a goddess. They told her that they wanted to learn, to travel the world, to become her personal bodyguards, to escape poverty and their primitive way of life. They wanted to meet new people, find good jobs, and maybe even husbands. So Viera founded the first language school in the tribe, modern, fun, and totally unique. She took care of her people and led them into the modern world. Her tribe followed her everywhere, proud to protect their queen, and they cherished the happiness she found in Peter. The end. The end, people. What do you think about it? I love it. I think it's a masterpiece of the English language. What do you think? Write me your opinions. This was, people, my special Names Day episode. Happy Names Day, Peter. Thank you, Peter. And what now? Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening. Please follow me everywhere. Write me. And that's it. Bye bye.